The Jharkhand protest sent me into a spiral of discovery, and every Indian needs to explore this. The more I looked into Jharkhand, the stranger it got. This is a state that is sitting on 40% of India's mineral resources: coal, iron ore, copper. It's a geological jackpot. And yet, the state struggles with poverty and unemployment. For decades, the extraction of resources in Jharkhand has caused displacement of communities, loss of livelihood for them, and environmental damage. Three things helped me understand Jharkhand and its problems in a better way. Go watch these. The first is a short film, Jadu Goda, The Land of Magic. It's about a farmer who's trying to get his daughter married to a boy from another village, and he's hiding a secret. This is a community which is living alongside decades of uranium mining, because of which a lot of men have become crippled and women have become infertile. The story follows a father who is desperate to make sure that his daughters in laws don't discover the serious health problems that's affecting the village. The film is directed by Satish Munda and written by Shwini Pankaj, and you can find it in the Ultra Bollywood YouTube channel. And there's this documentary, ISCO, Jharkhand's Lost Legacy. It takes you through Jharkhand's cultural heritage along with captivating storytelling. I'm honestly surprised that this video just has 12,000 views. It deserves so much more love. Go and watch this documentary. It's by Divyam Singh. The third one is an informative video called Why Jharkhand is Poor by Adarsh Gupta on YouTube. It looks at corruption, political instability, resource exploitation in Jharkhand, and how all of this has affected the people of the state. Watch all three back to back and you will land exactly where I did. Jharkhand's mineral wealth has not been translated into prosperity. Someone got rich because of this wealth, but people living on that ground do not share the same benefits, and the people of this land are not ordinary. Jharkhand is home to indigenous communities including Santhal, Munda, Oraon, and Ho, with languages and art forms and traditions that have survived for generations. Take Sohrai and Khovar. These are living mural traditions, traditionally created by women using natural materials and passed down through generations, often from mothers to daughters. This isn't simply a culture that's preserved in a museum, it's rather a living tradition. This is a place where extraordinary things exist side by side: ancient rock art and modern industry, forests and mines, enormous mineral wealth, and persistent poverty. And now, young people are filling the streets demanding something as basic as a fair chance at a government job. Jharkhand has struggled with political instability, allegations of corruption, and illegal mining, all of which have made it harder for the state to turn its natural wealth into a better life for its people. And yet, people keep showing up generation after generation, asking for what should have been theirs right from the start. The students deserve to be heard. Just imagine what the people of this state could give to this country if its wealth, its people, and its extraordinary cultural heritage were given an opportunity to thrive.